Hi everyone, Simon here once again for Fundamental Changes. Today we're looking at our Introduction to Funk Part 3. So let's go and have a look at those just after this. Okay, so in the past few lessons we've been looking at chords, we've been looking at the dominant 9 chord and in alterations of that. Today we're going to start on single note funk lines. So these are a little bit more tricky and will take a little bit more work. Example 1 there you saw was all around just a root note of A, and what you're doing is each individual example you are moving what note you play through the 16th note. So we've got our 1 eander, 2 eander, 3 eander, 4 eander. So example 1 is playing on the 1 and then 3 mutes for the 1 eander. The eanders are all muted of all the beats. You're going to get 1 eander muted, 2 eander muted, 3 eander muted, etc. 4 eander muted, but on the 3 and the 4 you're playing. The next example you're playing on the second, you're playing on all the E's. So you're going to not mute, E and mute, E and all the others are muted. The third one, you're probably getting the idea now. You're going to play on the third one, so 1 E and, you're going to play on all the ands. And the fourth one, you're going to play on all the U's, or A's. So you're going to go through each level of the bar, and this is kind of what I call my real funk chop builder. It's often one that people neglect, but if you can pick and highlight a note anywhere in your 16th notes in your bar, it's going to set you up really, really well for your future of single note funk playing. Take some time, metronome or drum track, and just make sure you can play anywhere in each bar of 16th notes you can play a single note. Of course you can apply this to chords and any other thing too. Let's get on to example 2. Okay, so I grew up listening to the likes of Jackson, and funk guitar is my passion, as most of you guys know now. This idea is kind of reminiscent of some of those early Jackson kind of lines, maybe off the wall, stuff like that. We've got a little A minor lick here. We've got the 7th and the 5th frets on the 4th string, the D string, just like a root note, and the flat 7 or the minor 7, depending on how you like to phrase it, with some little mute. And then we've got a string skip up to the flat 7 and the octave on the 2nd string, the 8th and the 10th on the B, and then we do a little chromatic run through the 9th, and then we go back and then we do it 10, 9, 8. So the first way is 8, 9, 10, second way is 10, 9, 8. Adding in, check out the tab for little additions in the mutes. And once again, you're keeping this hand consistent, and now you've got a little string skip to make it sound a little bit more creative. Let's get on to example 3. Okay, so I've mentioned in a couple of my other videos here on this, look, the most important thing to funk really is all about the groove. It's all about sitting tight with the bass and the drums, and your funk electric guitar part is just going to sit over the top of them and create this real gel. Now, often people like to sort of dance around, they're adding in fills left, right and centre, things are kicking off, and that can sound cool, but when I hear that in a band and when my students start kicking off with like that, it can detract from the underlying sort of groove. So example 3 here today demonstrates how I might create a sort of pattern for the basis of a track. Starts off with basically just again around A minor, the 7th fret of the 4th, your A, and the 5th fret, your G there on the D string, the root in the flat 7th, and you're going between them with a very consistent 16th note pattern as we've been looking at through all these examples. And then on the 4th time through we get a fill where we're sliding 7 to 9 on the G, grabbing the 8 on the B string, sliding back the way you came 9 to 7, double pull off 7-5 and then grabbing the root note, and that loops round. As you can tell, these are playing with the drum track, so you can see how they'd sink in. So you can see how it's only on my 4th time through this pattern that I may add in a fill. So maybe at the end of every 8 bars or at the end of each chunk of your song, but the majority of it you're going to try and nail down some single note, tight, funky grooviness. I hope that gives you some new ideas. Keep your picking consistent, keep it alternate, just keep it going through the strings with 16th notes. Any questions or comments, please leave it in the section below. Joseph and I really love giving out these videos to inspire you in your playing, so take care and I'll see you next time for way more funky videos. See you next time. Hi everyone, thanks for watching this video on Introduction to Funk Part 3. As I always say, I really hope you got something from it. Please subscribe, check out Joseph's website, Fundamental Changes, and all of his awesome books. Come on over and look at my channel, SDP Guitar, where I bring you way more free guitar videos to inspire you in your playing. I'll see you next time for way more funky videos. Take care.